You just fell into an FDR video. That's right. Today I'm printing and stretching the official portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Hey, before we get into the thick of this, don't forget to like and subscribe, or like and follow if you're into that kind of thing. This portrait was painted in 1945, the year he passed away. Roosevelt was born on January 30th, 1882 in Hyde Park, New York. He grew up wealthy, attended Harvard University and Columbia Law School, and married Eleanor Roosevelt, his distant cousin, in 1905. While he admired his fifth cousin, Theodore Roosevelt, FDR carved his own political path as a Democrat. He started in public service as a New York State Senator, then became Assistant Secretary of the Navy under Woodrow Wilson, helping expand the Navy during World War I. In 1921, at just 39 years old, Roosevelt was diagnosed with polio, leaving him partially paralyzed. Despite this, he worked tirelessly to regain mobility, using swimming and therapy to strengthen his upper body. Instead of stepping away from politics, he staged a comeback, getting elected governor of New York in 1928, where he gained national attention for his leadership. By 1932, the U.S. was in crisis. The Great Depression had left 13 million unemployed, businesses were failing, and banks were collapsing. Roosevelt won the presidency in a landslide, promising a new deal to bring the country back from economic disaster. His first 100 days in office were historic. Congress passed sweeping reforms, including banking regulations, public works programs, and farm relief. Programs like Social Security, the Tennessee Valley Authority, and the Works Progress Administration were launched, putting millions back to work and reshaping the U.S. government's role in the economy. Despite these efforts, Roosevelt's policies weren't universally loved. Many business leaders opposed his spending and government expansion, while others criticized his decision to take the U.S. off the gold standard. In 1937, he attempted to add more justices to the Supreme Court to protect his policies, a move that backfired and cost him political capital. As World War II loomed, Roosevelt tried to keep the U.S. out of direct involvement, but still provided aid to the Allies. After the attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, he led the U.S. into war, organizing one of the largest military mobilizations in history. He also played a major role in shaping the United Nations, hoping to create lasting peace. However, not all of his wartime decisions aged well. His Executive Order 9066 led to the internment of Japanese Americans, forcing over 120,000 people into camps, a policy widely condemned today. FDR is the only U.S. president to serve more than 2 terms, winning elections in 1932, 1936, 1940, and 1944. But by his 4th term, his health was failing. On April 12, 1945, just months before the war ended, he suffered a fatal cerebral hemorrhage at his retreat in Warm Springs, Georgia. His vice president, Harry S. Truman, was suddenly thrust into leadership as the war reached its final stages. Roosevelt's presidency transformed the U.S., leaving a legacy of economic reform, global leadership, and expanded government programs that still exist today. Now that his portrait is printed and stretched, we're continuing our journey through every U.S. president. Come back tomorrow for episode 33 of Printing the Presidents. As always, thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.